Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
7:32 is your time. Another nice late summer morning for us. On this Patriot Day, National Day of Service and Remembrance of 9/11, today marks the 23rd year since September 11th attacks with the Al-Qaeda terrorists hijacking 4 planes, crashing into the New York World Trade Center and the Pentagon, and the 4th plane going down due to some heroes in a field near Pennsylvania, Shankville, Pennsylvania. Ceremonies will be held in New York and Washington today to remember nearly 3,000 people who lost their lives that day. And there'll be other ceremonies around, even in the state of Nebraska, in your community possibly. So we'll take this day to remember those heroes and those people who lost their lives. I always remember, as you folks out probably do as well, it's one of those days kind of like Pearl Harbor where you remember what was going on at the time you learned of that disaster. But you have to think about the firemen and police officers, and especially the firemen who went back up the stairs in the buildings that were hit by those planes, knowing the danger, but going back up towards the fires itself and trying to save people's lives. It's quite remarkable. So, Day of Remembrance today. If you are having a birthday today, you're going to have a birthday with a very smooth operator, a very cool guy. Oh. Harry Connick Jr.
Ah, there you go.
Not only a singer, but he's a pretty darn good actor. And he's 57 today, crooner and jazz pianist. Has had more than number one albums than any artist in history, playing his jazz and smooth sounds. And he's been on a lot of movies and doing still more acting and still playing. Mickey Hart is 81 today. It's amazing that anyone could be 81 who played on the Grateful Dead. But Mickey Hart is the drummer for the Grateful Dead, and he just keeps on trucking. Tommy Shaw is 71 today, classic rock band, the frontman of Styx. And Tyler Hoechlin is 37, gained fame playing the werewolf Derek Hale on Teen Wolf. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Mm-hmm. Charles Kelly is 43 today. He's the founding member of the group trio Lady A. So those are some birthdays for you. If you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday to you. It is 7:35. We are going to have another good show for you today. We've got folks coming in. We'll be going to Varney Health Mart today for a monthly visit. We'll call the Pizza Hut. We're going to be talking movies. Custer Care Center's on our schedule, and Evans Feed. So we got good guests lined up, some other things we're going to be talking about. One of those things that is coming up this weekend is the Arnold Fall Festival. And you might know the story that for many years they had a fall festival in Arnold, and then they stopped having it. And R.T. Green, who moved to Arnold after falling in love with Arnold, he was a Sork driver who moved to Arnold on a permanent basis and said, hey, why can't we have a fall festival? And so for the last few years now, they've had it. And the theme this year is hillbillies.
Ah, okay.
So the parade will be quite interesting. They're having, let's get my sheet here, it looks like they're having on Saturday to kick things off a Hillbilly Bash fun run and walk starting at the Arnold Recreational Park. And you may have read some news about some activities going on in Arnold to build a walkway between the two parks, from Old Mill Park to the state park that the Arnold Recreational Area Park is now being maintained by the community itself. And so they're having a Hillbilly Bash fun run and walk. Check in at 7:30 to 8, and you can walk or run. And they got some T-shirts and things going on there. So if you'd like to get a little exercise and have some fun with the folks in Arnold, that's available to you. And, of course, they'll have the parade around the beautiful other park they have in Arnold. on the south side, the north side of the community. And in that park, after the parade, they'll have family fun, kids games, all the things you used to do when you were a kid, just simple fun games. And they have some kind of a crazy blindfolded kart race and all sorts of things going on. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Weather's going to be great. Put that on your list of possible things to do this weekend. Need to start talking about that this week. Gambling is so popular. It's popular with college sports, pro sports. You can bet on just about anything anymore. It's legal in most places. And so they come up with ideas. So last night, some of you may have watched the presidential debate and try to gather information so you can decide how you're going to vote. That's what it was for. But here in America,
yes,
we can gamble on anything. So last night's debate, a couple of sport bookies were working on it, and you could bet on the color of Donald Trump's tie. A blue tie would have scored 12-1 odds, but he wore a red one. Bookies also set up 100-1 odds that he might even wear a bow tie, which was a very long shot. I don't think that would ever happen. And you could also bet on whether they'd shake hands.
Which they did, correct?
Yes, Ms. Harris walked all the way across the stage to shake Donald Trump's hand. Otherwise, I'm not sure it would have happened. But it did happen. So if you bet on that, you might have made a lot of money last night. So there's nothing out of bounds now for gambling.
No.
You can gamble on anything. All right, let's take a look at the school lunch menus.
Okay. We'll get you started today by going to Sandhills in Dunning, Nebraska. And at Sandhills School today, it shows pulled pork sandwiches, French fries, and pork and beans on the menu today at Sandhills.
The Prairie Pioneer Center today, it's barbecued meatballs, cheesy hash browns, carrots, and fruit. And don't forget, on the 12th, they'll have a flu clinic at the Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow from 10 a.m. until 12 noon.
Cozad today, chicken patty with mashed potatoes and gravy, a barbecue rib sandwich, or the Sub Hub today at Cozad.
And Selma Myrna, it's grilled cheese pizzini, chicken nuggets and dinner roll, fresh baked combo sub.
At Litchfield today, on the lunch menu, Mexican rice bowls at Litchfield.
Ansley, beef and noodles, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
At Gothenburg today, some of their choices, grilled cheese pizzini, chicken nuggets with dinner roll, fresh-baked Italian turkey sub, made fresh pepperoni pizza, or a nacho snackable at Gothenburg.
Arcadia featuring lasagna today.
Callaway today, cavatini on the lunch menu at Callaway.
Arnold, tater tot casserole, fruit, vegetables, and milk. And you may have seen an article in the Arnold Sentinel. Lunch is free all this year for all the kids at Arnold. Congratulations there.
Broken Bow Middle and High School, grilled cheese pizzini, chicken nuggets with dinner roll, a fresh-baked combo sub. The Grill Station combo is a spicy chicken sandwich basket. And they've got the My Way Wing Station with breadstick today at Broken Bow.
Sergeant featuring chili dog or plain dog, taters, and fruit cup. And at Thedford today, calzones, fruit, vegetables, and milk at Thedford. Speaking of dogs and hot dogs, Runza and KCNI celebrating 75 years of service to customers, listeners, friends, business associates, for us, and of course for Runza. Started all in Nebraska. They have some Runzas out state now, but it all started here in Nebraska. So we're throwing a party, and we're going to have a party. It's not going to be at Brent's place. Not going to be a neighborhood party. Well, it's going to be a neighborhood party, and you don't even have to get out of your car if you don't want to, because we're going to be offering free pig in the blanket dinners on the 25th. That's a Wednesday. We don't have any sports. We don't have anything going on Wednesdays as much as usual. So that's the day it's going to work out great because it's Big Pig Day, And starting at 3:30 on the 25th, we'll be giving away 75 meals. And you can come into the Runza or you can drive through as long as they last. And we're also going to be giving away T-shirts and beautiful anniversary coffee cups. Mm-hmm. Everybody will get one of those. And we'll be broadcasting from there off and on through the day on our celebration on the 25th. The actual anniversary date is Saturday the 28th. So we're going to have a little celebration on the 25th. On the 27th, on that Friday, we'll be drawing for the $750 cash winner and also drawing for a winner for a beautiful grill provided through RTA's Hardware, valued at about $1,500. So it's going to be an exciting week that week, but plenty of things coming up between now and then. Sports-wise, activities of all kinds in the community, including the Health Care on the Square, which is coming up this week on the 12th, on Thursday. This is a free community event designed to inspire healthy living through quality care. This will be in the City Park in downtown Broken Bow. They're going to be having special speakers. Dr. Sextro with orthopedics will be speaking from 11 until noon. Trooper Flick, drug education from 12 until 1. From 10 a.m. until 11 a.m., Paula Marzoff will be speaking. So that's all taking place, along with ATV simulator, mammogram information. There'll be over 25 vendor booths, bike helmet giveaways, wellness center pass giveaways, blood pressure checks, and more. That's all taking place from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. this Thursday. Health Care on the Square, brought to you through Jenny Melham Medical Center.
And the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce also wants to remind you that tomorrow, downtown on the square, South Loop Sunrise will be performing, so they'll have music on the square tomorrow as well. And the Broken Bow Chamber also reminds you that the September Scramble is going on now through September 22nd. Stop into Lily Kate, Geared for Sports, Chapin's, the Garden Center, Mission Avenue, Ollie's, Ortello Dale, Sandhills Custom Creations, the Quilting Shack, Howdy Coffee, Kincaid Brewing Company, and the Broken Bow Floral. Businesses for a chance to win tailgate treats, football gear, or for the big 2 tickets that they'll be giving away to the Husker October 5th game and a gift card to Kincaid Brewing in Lincoln. So it's all happening during the September Scramble. Make sure you shop local. It's going on now through September 22nd. Get registered to win some great prizes. And the Broken Bow Chamber also would like to invite everyone out to the Grow Award, which they will be handing out to Mead Lumber in Broken Bow on September 17th at 10:30.
All right, thank you, Brent. As we mentioned, this is Patriot Day, so keep that in mind. Also, National Make Your Bed Day.
Ah, well, didn't celebrate that today.
Nor did I. But the National Sleep Foundation says making your bed can actually help improve your sleep by reducing tossing and turning. Meanwhile, psychologists say it encourages task completion habits.
Ah.
So you should probably, and I should probably, do a better job of completing our tasks in the morning.
So making your bed, they have a study that says making your bed helps you sleep better.
Sleep better and make you more productive through the day.
Huh. Okay.
Besides, it makes your mother happy.
Well, true. Yeah.
My mom, your mom would both be happier if we made our beds.
Probably. Yeah.
My wife would probably be happier if I made my bed. Anyway, it's National Make Your Bed Day. All right, let's play the game.
Okay, here we go. Hey, we are celebrating Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Premiered on television back on September 13th, 1969. So here's your question for today. This is a good one. I'm a Scooby-Doo fan. I grew up watching Scooby-Doo. I still watch Scooby and the Gang. But I don't think I would know this. What is Shaggy's real name? What is Shaggy's real name? Is it Norbert, Norville, Norm, or Shaggy? What is Shaggy's real name in the cartoon Scooby-Doo? Norbert, Norville, Norm, or Shaggy? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
It's the best start to my day.
When it comes to Runza's chicken strips and dipping sauces, Megan is an expert.
A real sauce fanatic.
Tell him.
I get my strips with honey mustard when I'm feeling tangy.
Mm-hmm.
And buffalo or barbecue when I'm feeling saucy.
Yup.
And ranch or Southwest ranch whenever I want, because there's never a bad time for ranch.
Preach. Our all-white meat, chicken strips, and dipping sauces are the right food, no matter your mood. Because Runza makes it all better.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day at your Broken Bow Runza.
And we have Mary on the line. Good morning, Mary. How are you?
Good.
All right. Here's Brent with your question.
Okay, Mary, on the cartoon Scooby-Doo, what is Shaggy's real name? Is it Norbert, Norville, Norm, or Shaggy?
Norville.
Yes, it is Norville. Way to go. And because you've answered correctly, we have a certificate that's going to get you a free pig in a blanket that they serve on Wednesday at Runza in Broken Bow. So come on out and see us when you can.
Okay.
Thank you, Mary. 7:48 is your time. We'll be right back.
Headaches, ear-ringing, neck pain, dizziness, brain fog. Is your jaw pain to blame? Pearson Physical Therapy wants to be your partner in finding out. Tension and dysfunction in the jaw and surrounding muscles can lead to a number of symptoms that disrupt your daily life. It can be hard to know who to seek out for help. We invite you to come see us at Pearson Physical Therapy to learn how your jaw dysfunction can be managed so that you can get back to not having to deal with daily aggravation. Call us at 872-5800 or stop by on West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Convenience. It's something we all look for in our day-to-day life, and sometimes it can be hard to find. Fortunately for you, you can stop looking for more convenient ways to bank. At Bruning Bank, our online and mobile banking is there whenever you need it to make sure your finances are in order. From keeping tabs on your account to setting up spending controls when you're on vacation, you are in control. And with a lot of the scams and fraud in today's world, you can look at the checks you write, transactions on your account, and set up alerts. It's time to build, grow, and thrive. Call Bruning Bank today. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Ace Hardware is celebrating 100 years of helpful, and they want to see you soon at RT Ace Hardware in Broken Bow. Mix and match Ace Premium Spray Paint and Primers, 2 for $10. Rust Stop Spray Paint is 2 for $12. Right now, when you buy select Milwaukee M18 power tools and kits, you get a red lithium XC battery for free, a $159 value. For your outdoor projects, nothing is as tough as steel. Save $50 on a BGA 57 battery-powered blower kit or the MS250 gas chainsaw. RTA's Hardware at Broken Bow. Open Monday to Friday 7:30 to 6, Saturday 8 to 4, and Sunday 11 to 5.
Make us part of your morning routine.
Just really great music, and you guys are fun and active and lively and just a good station.
Central Nebraska wakes up with Dave and Brent on The Breakfast Show.
Brent, would you show Mr. Evans, Mike Evans, that picture of Christy? Do you have that handy?
Did you watch any of the volleyball match last night?
Creighton?
Yeah, Creighton in Nebraska.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you happen to see Christy Wells on television?
I did not.
Really? Oh, man. That was the most exciting part of the match for me. I'm sitting there watching it, and all of a sudden I go, "That's Christy!" So I rewound the feed.
Okay.
And there you go. There's
my golly, she is
there's
there.
Christy right there on television.
She doesn't look very happy
No,
at the
I was
moment.
just gonna say
that must be the fourth set.
No, it was. I think it was set number 2.
Oh,
we were
really?
playing really well.
Yeah.
And I texted her. I said, "Man, you guys, come on, show a little bit more excitement."
Yeah, that was. I thought when the night started, I wasn't gonna watch the debate at all, and then I thought, well, I'll watch the game because that's going to be a blast, and then I'll watch the game, and then I'll go over to the debate, and then I'll go back to the game. And the game was so fun, I was like, I don't need the stress of the debate. I'm just going to watch the game.
And
then that stressed me out probably worse.
Yeah, it was very close.
Stressful.
It was. They did good, though. It's quite an atmosphere down there. I've never been to one, but it looks like a lot of fun.
And Creighton's a great team.
Mm-hmm.
So to watch that happen in the state of Nebraska with a lot of Nebraska kids playing, that was pretty cool. That was a great match.
Volleyball is a big deal in this area,
yes,
for sure.
It is.
Yeah, well, they were showing, you probably saw it, where, you know, they always go back and show that day where they had, 90,000 people watching a volleyball game at Memorial Stadium. That made history. And
it did,
I don't know if it'll ever happen again.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Mike, we're swinging into fall.
Yep.
The weather's been absolutely gorgeous other than dry. Got a few sprinkles.
It's dry,
yesterday.
and there is a lot of grass out there yet, you know, but it's the quality's not the greatest. It's poor in protein this time of year, so it has a little bit, but 5 or 6% probably. So that being said, some years we don't have a lot of grass this time of year, but being as we do now, it's a good time to stretch that grass. And if you throw some lick tubs out, or there's even quite a few guys feeding some range cubes yet, just to kind of keep the rumen functioning properly and go out there and stimulate appetite and go eat more grass. On the lick tubs, if you take them out there and you have a bunch of tall grass on some hilltops and stuff, just put the tubs out in that area, and they'll start working and congregating in that area and eat that grass. There's a lot of good dry matter, obviously, and they can put on some good pounds, but you don't want to short them on anything right now. It's not the time to skimp.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you can kind of use that to finish up the pasturing by positioning those tubs where it might do some good, right?
You bet. And you know, there's good money in putting on extra pounds this time of year. I mean, it's worth the investment. Feed prices are down compared to the last 2 or 3 years, so we have some good deals on lick tubs and protein minerals, and that's another thing. You don't want to skimp too much on the minerals and vitamins right now. We've got a lot of flies out there, and eye problems occur and things like that if you don't keep a good mineral program in front of them. And we carry, 40 or 50 different kinds of mineral, and we deliver custom minerals out for the cattle, and these we always call it cattle mineral, but it's actually vitamins and minerals. And we also take a lot of salts out. We carry every kind of block salt that we can think of, and then the loose salts, we have a lot of different varieties as well.
A lot of different ways of running a ranch anymore, or a farm ranch with cattle, as far as when they calve and so forth. But typically this time of year, we're going to be hearing those cows mooing down at the sale barn when it comes weaning time. So is there anything that guys and gals do for the calves after they're weaned?
Well, yeah, we have we just got our first load of starter pellets in. There are some guys weaning right now, and we start them out on some weaning pellets that are highly palatable, and some of them have medications in them and things like that. And then we roll into products with distiller's grains and balancer products with Rumensin and Bovatec and different kinds of products. And believe it or not, we're still really milk replacers turned into a year-round deal because of the fall calving cows, and we just ordered milk in yesterday, so there's still, it's kind of a year-round thing on everything. Everybody's got different times that they calve. The majority still wean in the fall and sell them either late in the year or after the first of the year, but there's a lot of other situations as well.
All right. Well, as you always say, cattle is king, so we talk about that quite a bit, but going into the fall, into winter, for all types of animals, they need to be healthy and get that immune system up and get some fat on the bones, and whatever the animals are, winter can be a little tough on them.
Oh yeah, you want to have everything in shape when the snow starts flying.
Yeah,
it's probably 3 months away, I hope, but you just never know. So you got to be prepared. And we're getting our first load of wood pellets in here next week, wood stove pellets. And the other thing, I was before I came here, I was working on invoices, and we just got a big jag of mouse baits in. They're starting to think about it as well, so they want to come inside too. Yeah. So we got 3 or 4 different kinds of mouse baits and glue traps and whatever way you want to go about it. And obviously the flies are sticky right now and it hasn't froze yet, so the flies are still a problem. So lot of dairy bombs going out, and cattle still being sprayed, and feeding minerals with fly control in it. You still got to continue that to until we get a freeze, So
are you kind of past? I mean, it was at 89 here, and I think going to be in the 80s the rest of the week. Doesn't seem like if it's 90 now, it doesn't seem like 90 in July for some reason.
Yeah, it's a lot less heavy air or something, But it makes it kind of a tough time of year to bring in a bunch of product because the warehouse still gets warm. But we cool it down in the morning and have fans going at night and things like that. But it makes it a little bit tricky. We're also bagging we're bagging our own range cubes now for the first time, and we should be able to save the producers a lot of money doing that. We got a system that we're able to do it way more efficient than we had in the past. So we should have the best prices on range cubes you can get around, and we still have it in the bulk of course. And you can come in and fill up your cakers and head out to the pastures, or we have it in tote bags for people, and we also are doing it in 50-pound bags ourselves.
That's great.
Yeah, it's keeping everybody hopping. But between the distillers pellets and the cubes and the oats and the cracked corn and all the other stuff that we bag, a lot of chicken feed, and we make it fresh all the time. And this time of year it gets a little tough to find corn, but we're still able to do that. And we're very fortunate. We have a lot of good producers around here.
Yeah. It does seem weird that you would have a hard time finding corn in this part of the country, but they haven't picked it yet, right?
Yeah, they want to get their bins empty here shortly, though. But it's always there's always a small period. Sometimes it only lasts 2 weeks or maybe 3, but generally speaking, we can find corn when we need it.
Yeah. Excuse me. That kind of brings us to when they start harvesting, and they do it so quickly anymore once they get going. How soon will they be moving cattle onto stocks?
Well, it just depends on their situation, of course, but I would say within the next month there'll surely be some going to stocks, but it's not quite as desperate as it usually is. Yeah. We have plenty. There's still a lot of dry grass out there because we had so much rain early. Now north and west of here, it's not quite that way. They're a little drier up there. But down in this country, there's a lot of tall standing grass.
Yeah, that sure helps because, like you said, in years past, they were really needing to
get
on those stocks.
Can't wait to get to the stocks. Yeah. About the time they get done picking, they're throwing cows and they're right behind them. But this year it's not quite that situation. But when they do go out on stocks, we got the lick tubs and the sodium bicarb if there happens to be some corn on the ground, which every year is different. Some years there's a lot of corn left on the ground, some years there's not. Usually depends on the wind. And right now the crops are probably a little behind because of all the early stuff and maybe some replant because of the hail and all that. But for the most part, the crops look pretty good out there.
Yeah, they do. They didn't get hailed on. They look pretty good.
You bet.
Got some good dry land too.
There is, yep.
Yeah. All right, you've got a list there.
I just wanted to mention one thing, just hats off to all the police and firemen out there on 9/11 here. It was quite a day, and I think on the way out here I was thinking even clear back then we were doing this breakfast show back then.
We were.
So time goes by quickly, but we've been doing this gig for a long time, and I just wanted to give a quick shout out to everybody that went through what they went through on 9/11 and to all the patriots that helped them out.
All right, very good. Mike Evans, Evans Feed. It's always good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you guys.
Do you doing anything besides work?
Not too much lately. Maybe get down to a football game or something. I haven't been one for 4 or 5 years, so we'll see.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of excitement down that way. Gosh, I mean, you gotta really be a fan, I think, because I don't know about you, but being with that many people in one spot isn't something I really cherish the idea of. So
it takes a lot of intestinal fortitude to still be such a gung-ho fan after what we've been through the last 25 years, but we love it, and that's Nebraska.
Yeah,
go.
That's true. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Mike.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. We'll take a break for news.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI. KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Former President Donald Trump and Vice President Harris hold their first and perhaps only debate ahead of the November election on ABC.
This was my best debate. I thought it was very good.
I think that we think today was a good day, and it kind of was.
UVA political analyst Larry Sabato.
She gained her composure, I would say, just a couple of minutes in. And she was unrelenting.
Mr. Trump has just claimed on Fox it was rigged against him. 23 years later, visitors from around the world are gathering for 9/11 remembrances, these two in Lower Manhattan.
It's really emotional to be here, actually.
Just kind of throws you back to the day it happened.
Forecasters say Hurricane Francine could power up to a Category 2 storm with up to 110-mile-an-hour winds before it makes landfall in Louisiana today. This woman lives in East Baton Rouge Parish.
I wasn't really taking it serious until now. I see it's really real.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
O'Reilly. Don't miss out on summer brake deals at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get 15% off a set of Brake Best Select, Select Pro, or Import Direct brake pads and 2 rotors. Restore quality braking and improve stopping performance with parts and advice from the professional parts people. Save money now when you visit O'Reilly Auto Parts or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Timmy, everybody. Great job. Next up for our 5th grade class recital, we have Samantha.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge Motor Oil gives your engine 10 times better high-stress performance. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance. Now through December 28th, Castrol Edge and Edge High Mileage Motor Oil are on rollback at Walmart.
Claim based on sequence 9 test under high-load conditions versus API SP test limits.
In Nebraska news, in a story released by KSMB, 2 Howard County brothers were taken to a juvenile detention center after Grand Island police found them with stolen vehicles early Tuesday morning. According to GIPD Captain Dean Elliott, an officer saw 2 white work trucks in the parking lot near Harbor Freight a little after 1 a.m. The officer attempted to make contact with the drivers when both of the vehicles took off. GIPD learned that the trucks were stolen out of a construction site over at Highway 281 and Highway 58 north of St. Laborie. The officer located a 16-year-old boy from St. Laborie who was unable to provide a valid driver's license. The other truck was able to make it all the way to the area of Highway 281 and Stoley Park Road. That's where officers located the teen's 14-year-old brother, who also couldn't provide a valid driver's license. Officers were advised that one of the vehicles cost $34,000 with an estimated $60,000 worth of equipment and tools on the back of the truck. The other was estimated to cost $24,000 with $4,000 in tools. Both were taken into police custody for theft of stolen property over $5,000. Captain Elliott said probation did a screening and a decision was made to place them in the Madison County Juvenile Detention Center. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from the NFL, where Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin told reporters on Tuesday they're planning to once again start Justin Fields at quarterback this Sunday against the Broncos. Dolphins running back Devon Achane and Raheem Mostert both missing practice Tuesday with injuries, this ahead of their Thursday night game against Buffalo. In baseball games of note, the Braves crushed the Nationals 12-0. Atlanta's now back into a tie with the New York Mets for the last wildcard spot in the National League, with the Mets losing to the Blue Jays 6-2. Yankees were shut out by the Royals 5-0. Kansas City still is 3.5 back of Cleveland for the top spot in the AL Central, while the Yankees lead in the AL East is back down to just a half game on Baltimore. The Orioles gained ground with a 5-3 win over the Red Sox. Tigers roll over the Rockies 11-0. Detroit remains 3 back of Minnesota for the final wildcard spot in the American League because the Twins beat the Angels 10-5. Dodgers lose to the Cubs 6-3. Phillies over the Rays 9-4. Philadelphia's 1 game up on LA for the top record in baseball.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. 86 today, under mainly sunny skies, south winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, lows dip down to about 59. Mainly sunny skies. Tomorrow, high temperatures reach up to 83. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times and dry Friday and Saturday with highs in the low 80s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
8:06, 58 degrees outside, lots of sunshine this morning. Winds are light out of the southeast this morning. Barometric pressure up 1 point in the last hour at 29.94. Humidity now at 63%. High temperature yesterday was 90 with an overnight low of 56. It was 56 at 7 o'clock this morning. Sunset today at 7:55. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:16. 1/100th of an inch precipitation. We did have some sprinkles yesterday, so we're at 7/100ths for the month. Still very dry out there. I know that the National Weather Service is still sending out notices to be careful out there with the dry situations that are out there. And as Mike Evans mentioned, it's drier in some places than others. But certainly with the winds we've been having and these temperatures pretty much in the 80s and near 90, we'll want to be careful out there. It's good to have you along here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Let's ask Brent Apperson to talk about the sports schedule this week. Couple football games on Friday, little volleyball along the way. What's going on?
Tomorrow we'll be in North Platte as Broken Bow Volleyball will be taking on North Platte St. Pat's. We'll have that match for you on KBBN 95.3 FM, so take note of that. Broken Bow Volleyball on KBBN tomorrow night. Varsity match at 7 o'clock. We'll have it for you live on the radio. And then on Friday, we'll have our regular football doubleheader. Broken Bow football will be broadcast on KCNI radio as Broken Bow goes on the road to take on St. Paul. Kickoff for the game, 7 o'clock. Pre-game at 6, brought to you by Custer Federal State Bank, and that'll be coming up on Friday on KCNI radio, and also on Friday on KBBN 95.3 FM. Our Area 8-Man Game of the Week will take us to Burwell, where Burwell will be hosting Sandhills Thetford. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. The consolidated pregame show starts things at 6 on KBBN FM on Friday.
Thank you, Brent. It's 9 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock, and Mr. Stuart Fox is here. How you doing, Stuart?
I'm doing great.
Good. You know, I have to tell you a true story, and I don't want to embarrass you. But you get a little walk-in every once in a while around town. I think maybe when you leave the bank, you go over to see somebody or something, and you don't take the car, you get a little walk-in.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen anybody any happier than you are when you're taking that walk. You really enjoy walking around town and seeing people, don't you?
I do. So I like to get out of the bank, and it doesn't happen near enough, but yeah. I like to get around. Yeah.
Yeah, well, keep it up.
I'll try.
All right. Of course, you have a few things going on. You head up Nebraska State Bank, and you also, of course, are very much involved and have been for a number of years with Fox Theater.
Yeah, 21 years.
21. That's
Can you believe
impossible.
That? I was in high school, I guess. I don't know.
Gosh, I think I remember right when you maybe took over the theater,
mm-hmm.
and I was covering on news, and I guess I think we're just back, and there was a fire at the Custer County Chief.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember what year that was, but it was fairly early on, and we were a little nervous, but there was right on the other side of the wall of the theater, and yeah.
Yeah, that turned out to be okay, although the newspaper took some damage.
Yeah, they had some damage, but we didn't even get any smoke in there, but we were a little concerned.
Boy,
definitely a little concerned.
Thank goodness it didn't spread, because that is a historic building that you have there that you've turned into 3 theaters inside that beautiful building.
Yeah, who would have ever thought that? Really?
I know it. Yeah. I can remember being in plays there, and being upstairs rehearsing. I was in some musicals. I didn't sing very much, just so you know. But I think it was My Fair Lady or something, and we were up rehearsing in that big room that you have the upstairs theater in.
Yeah. When we bought the building, I remember I asked to go see that because I didn't even know there was an upstairs, I guess, you know. Apparently I never looked up.
Yeah.
but we went up there and thought, oh, wow, that was really cool. And we turned into a little bit of a ballroom, and I think we had a couple one-box parties and a few things up there. And I traveled when I worked for First National Bank of Omaha, and saw other communities that had two theaters in their communities, or a 2-screen theater, and I thought, well, why not Broken Bow?
Mm-hmm.
And so that was kind of how that started, and there were a lot of people that helped make that happen.
Yeah.
So,
and you kind of went through periods where you were trying different configurations in the theater. I remember you was showing Bob Bowles and I where the little theater is now. You were making that kind of a little meeting room at one time.
That was a short-lived meeting room, but it turned out really nice. And then I think my partner at the time was Andrew Solomon in the theater, and last minute of the year, we're like, we should just turn this into a theater. And so we figured out, I think it was a meeting room for maybe 3 months. And we decided, let's turn it into a theater, which was a good thing because that's probably been more profitable than the meeting room. So,
yeah, and it's really quaint. I mean, it's really a nice size for movies.
Yeah.
We've watched a lot of movies in that.
I do too. A lot of times I'll go, my wife and I'll go, when a movie's on its way out, after it's been here 2 or 3 weeks. And that's what that theater allows us to do, is to keep things a little bit longer, bring in a few more movies than we would otherwise. And I can't tell you how many times that we've went on the 2nd or 3rd week to go see that movie, and we get turned away because it's full.
It's too many.
And we're obviously going to, let the paying customers watch the movie instead of us. So it's crazy, but it's great.
It's good. And you mentioned last time you were here what a great run the movie business is having right now. Beetlejuice is breaking all kinds of records in the country, and you have it right here.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, it started kind of early to mid June, and we had just a little bit of a lull here a couple weeks ago, but it's picking back up, and Beetlejuice is doing well for us. I think we have 2 movies that are leaving, I believe The Forge and Reagan, I believe, end tomorrow. And both of those have done very, very well for us. In fact, I think we have a big youth group coming tonight to see The Forge. One of my employees, she was very perceptive last night. She said, "Hey, did you know that you have 53 pre-sold tickets for tonight?" No, but thank you. So we can make sure we got enough staff there to help everybody. So that's great. Obviously, somebody's bringing a youth group tonight, but we've had great turnout for that. But last 2 nights are tonight and tomorrow for those 2 movies.
All right. Well, I love the history. I love what you've done. I think everybody does. Now I'll turn it over to my partner, Brent, because he knows a lot more about movies than I do.
He probably knows more than I do. I try, but you know.
Let's say, okay, well, you've kind of set it up already.
Yep.
Beetlejuice, I assume, will continue for a little while longer.
Yeah, that'll be here at least another week, probably a couple of weeks, I would guess. And then we've got 2 new films that start on Friday night. I'm really excited about this one. It's called You Gotta Believe. I'm guessing most people have never heard of this because I had never heard about it until last week when my film booker was talking to me about it. But very, very small released film. But it's based on a true story. It's baseball themed, so Little League baseball themed, and stars Greg Kinnear and Luke Wilson. So it's got some star power there. You can go to the website and click on the showtimes. Our website for Broken Bow, they're all being upgraded right now, but it looks just a little bit different. You can click on the day that you're interested in showtimes, and then it'll pop up the movies. You can click on the picture of the movie, and it'll play the trailer for you. So that's what I did this morning. It looks really good. I think it's a faith-based movie, but the team rallies behind one of the boys' dads that gets sick, and it looks like a great story, and it's a true story, which I think those are always the best. So we're excited about that one, and that's PG, so it's family friendly. Then on the opposite side of that, we have Speak No Evil, which is definitely not family friendly. It is rated R. I've watched the trailer on that. It's kind of a suspense horror, but it looks more on the suspense side. It actually appeals to me. I'm not big on the horror side, but it looks more on the suspense side, at least from what I can tell. So, yeah,
I'm kind of like you. I like those mysteries and that sort of thing, but people who like the horror side of it really do. I mean,
They
get a charge out of it.
There's a niche for that.
Yeah.
So those start this Friday, and then we're going to continue. There's going to be some pretty good movies. This time of year usually slows down, but they're releasing some good content. There's a new Transformers movie that comes out the following week. It's called Transformers 1, and it's animated, and so that'll be PG, family friendly. And then the following week, there's another animated family friendly movie called The Wild Robot. And so we're excited about that. And then we're getting into October already, and there's a new Joker movie.
Oh.
So we're just going to keep plugging along.
Is that ready to go? You mentioned the group coming in. That's something I think that people like to take advantage of, and maybe we should remind them if you got a birthday party coming up for one of the kids, or something like that where you got company coming in. I know even business meetings are held there, right?
Yeah. We do. We've done quarterly staff meetings for our bank at the theater. We've done that. I bet it's been about 15 years. It's been a long, long time that we've done that. It works out really well because we can use the projectors. You can have the PowerPoint up on the screen. You can play videos, whatever you want to do there. But yeah, you can rent the theater for private showings, for birthday parties, or I think we've got one coming up in October that somebody rent it to watch a game, and you can do that on it for a private showing.
Fantastic, and free popcorn on Tuesdays.
That's right.
There you go.
That's right. That was last night. So
yeah,
but it'll come again next week.
Yeah. Do people still come in and just get popcorn once in a while?
Oh yeah. We get people come in all the time. We probably need to advertise that better. But yeah, you can come in anytime and get popcorn to go. So
what is it about? Is it? Well, don't give your secrets away.
Oh, I won't.
But theater popcorn is so much better than any other kind of popcorn.
We still use the same recipe that we were given by the Cheneys when we bought it 21 years ago. So that has not changed, and we won't give that secret away.
Yeah. I understand some people are watching their weight and that sort of thing, but the question of the day when it comes to theater popcorn, why would you not put butter on popcorn?
I know, and I don't know. We should track how many people do butter versus not butter. Butter would win in a landslide, I think. I bet it's probably 20% don't get butter, but I always look at it's a treat.
It is,
and you don't go to the movie every day or even every week. So when you come a few times, splurge a little bit and treat yourself.
Yeah, should remind folks too that, as you're not busy enough with the bank and the theater here, you have involvement in the theater, two other theaters.
Yes. COZAD, we think we've celebrated our, how many years would it be? About 3.5 years, I think we've been open in COZAD, and that's another 3-screen theater. That was a community that came to us and said, hey, they were kind of dreaming, and because they lost their theater probably about 20 years ago. And, they're a similar size town to Broken Bow, and Jen McCune, their economic developer, came to me and said, hey, we're going to apply for this grant, and if we get this grant, we want to, renovate a building, make a theater. Will you come and run it? And I said, yeah, I've known Jen a long time, but I also was like, there's no way she's going to get that big grant. And it was about 2-3 years later, she called me and said, guess what? We got the grant. And I'm like, oh, great.
I think we were at a cross-country meet, and you happened to be standing with us, and that grant had just come. We were just getting involved in that. It was pretty exciting, not knowing how what all was going to be done to the building. But that's another preservation of history, too.
Oh yeah. They renovated. It was an old opera house, and so it was perfect building to renovate. And our timing wasn't great because it was. I think we were doing construction during COVID. COVID hit while construction was ongoing. So, but you never know what the timing's going to bring. But that's been great. The community has really embraced that. It's doing very, very well. Good. And then we celebrated a little more than 2 years ago. We opened up the Fox Theater in Central City, which was a brand new facility that opened, I think, in 2016, I believe. So brand new construction, so completely different than the other two. But man, it is a beautiful facility. It's a 2-screen theater, and it's a real treasure for that community to have that. And now, of course, Grand Island does not have a theater, or at least not a full-time theater right now. And so we do get a lot of people that come from Grand Island, St. Paul, Aurora, Palmer, Fullerton. I mean, everywhere. It's crazy. When I'm not there very often, but I'll run into people I know. I'm like, well, what are you doing here? And they're like, oh, we have a house on one of the lakes. Because if you pull up the map, there's lakes everywhere around Central City. And there's so many people that live out there, and people build a house and they have a cabin or live there full time. Pretty neat.
Yeah. I guess I didn't know there was that many lakes. I think we would go to baseball games there and then leave town. So
do Google Maps and zoom out, and you'll see all these sandpit lakes there along the Platte. It's crazy. Wow. I had no clue myself.
Huh. All right. Anything else that you wanted to highlight we didn't talk about?
The only other thing would be probably the advertising. We do the local advertising, and we really appreciate the partnership we have with you, and those are the things that help us keep our prices down. Mm-hmm. And so I think when you compare us to bigger city theaters, our prices both on admissions and concessions are considerably lower, and that's the only way we're able to keep those reasonable. So I want to thank all those advertisers, and if there's anybody out there that is interested in advertising with us, we'd definitely like to talk to you. Yeah,
and it's always nice to see your business up on the screen. And
it is. We've had several that they do that commercial, and they're really proud of that to see that, and it really is pretty neat.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going to the movies in the city. I think the parking would cost more than the movie would cost here.
So that is a thing, yes.
It's really family entertainment at great value because of the advertisers and your guys' effort to keep it affordable. So we appreciate that.
So, well, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. It's a great community service.
Thanks, Stuart.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. Have a great Wednesday.
Oh, it's beautiful out.
Yeah, it's another nice day. We'll take a quick time out.
Aero Aviation is happy to have served the area since 1971, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Their aircraft is equipped with the latest in GPS guidance and flow control technology, and they're always searching for the next big thing in aviation. Contact Casey and Melissa Williams at 872-5113 and talk to them about your fall pasture spraying. That's Aero Aviation, proud to serve Custer County and surrounding areas.
This is Chip with Nebraska Owners Insurance in Callaway and Broken Bow. The insurance industry is in a crazy place right now, and I understand your premiums are going up and deductibles are increasing. If you are looking to re-quote your current insurance or just have questions regarding coverage options, Nebraska Owners Insurance can help. With many ag carriers to choose from, I can provide farm, ranch, property, and liability coverage as well as pivot, livestock, and crop policies. Contact me today at Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency in Callaway or Broken Bow. I look forward to working with you.
In the morning, you are awakened by the twitter of a little bird.
Now it's Dave and Brent.
I knew there was a reason I got out of bed this morning.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
8:24, we'll be broadcasting live from Varney Health Mart today. Well, that's coming up here in just a little bit. Find out what's going on in this month. And I'm sure they've got some specials to tell us about and some things that they want to highlight today. And so that's coming up. Brent will take over the controls at that time. And also want to let you know we'll be doing another registration here today before we close the show for the $75 cash giveaway on Friday in honor of KCNI's 75th birthday. And if you're just tuning in, we'll remind you, too, that on the 25th of this month, your chance to have a meal on us, a meal at Runza. 75 meals will be given away on the 25th. We'll start giving those away around 3:30. But we'll be there throughout the day off and on, handing out coffee cups and T-shirts and doing some live remotes and having some fun with the crew at Runza because they're also celebrating their 75th anniversary. So, again, be listening today. We'll give you another chance to register. Kind of reminder here that there's a flu shot clinic in Ansley today from 9 a.m. until noon, and a flu shot clinic in Litchfield's Community Center from 1 until 3 o'clock this afternoon. And again, it is Patriot Day, marking 23 years since the September 11 attacks, and there will be ceremonies here and there that you might take in. That are being held in communities around the area. Brent Epperson has some live reads for us, and I think, Brent, I'll get out of your way here and head to Barney's and see what they got going.
Sounds good.
All right. In the meantime, here's a little Summer Sun from the Ruin Brothers.
Is here, and fall favorites are on the shelves ready for you to take home from Barney Pharmacy. Save on Nexium 24-hour, Aleve pain reliever, and Bayer aspirin in various package sizes. And keep taking care of your eyes with Ocuvite eye vitamin and mineral supplement or Preservision. For those fall allergies, Children's Claritin, the leader brand equivalent, as well as Flonase are all great products to kick allergy symptoms aside. Barney Pharmacy wishes you a great fall and hopes to see you soon in downtown Broken Bow.
Right now, Stats are showing a record number of new customers entering the side-by-side market. These customers lead busy lives, value hard work and good fun, and depend on finding a reliable machine to do it all. Agland ATV would like to help you find the side-by-side that best fits your needs with the Polaris Ranger, General, Razor, or the new Expedition. Whether it's trail riding, checking cows, or hauling heavy loads around the farm, the sales team at Agland ATV has the best machine for you. Check out our inventory online or stop into Agland ATV in Broken Bow.
Always wear a helmet, never drink and ride.
8:30 the time, temperature 61 degrees here at our KCNI KBBN studios. Coming up in a few minutes, we'll go live to downtown Broken Bow. Dave Burney is headed to Varney's today, and we'll find out what's happening there on this Wednesday. Meanwhile, when you woke up this morning, you're probably asking yourself, well, what's for Wednesday at Chapin's Furniture in Square One? Well, we're going to tell you. Today, Lola would like you to check out their denim jackets and shirts. you'll find them 20% off. It's the perfect addition to your fall wardrobe and cool mornings. Stylish and 20% off today. Make sure to get in quickly for the best pick. Be listening every Wednesday for a great deal. You never know what they'll decide to do, and you never know what's for Wednesday at Chapin's Furniture and Square One. Maybe you'll get savings on clothes, jewelry, furniture, or home decor. You just never know. So be listening, and every Wednesday on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show, we'll tell you what's for Wednesday at Chapin's Furniture and Square One Boutique. But again, today they encourage you to check out their denim jackets and shirts. You'll find them 20% off. All right, some job opportunities. We do encourage you to be checking out our website, sandhillsexpress.com, and while you're there, make sure you go to the employment page because there are several employment opportunities being posted right now, and among them, Kincaid Brewing Company in Broken Bow is looking to hire line cooks, part-time or full-time. Wage will be based on experience, starting at $16 an hour. Now, you must be 16 years of age or older to apply. Stop in and fill out an application or contact Corey through email. You can email Corey, K-O-R-I, at Kincaid.com. Or for more information, call 402-239-9873. That's 402-239-9873. Come work in a fun atmosphere with friendly people. Kincaid Brewing Company. Also, another job opportunity you'll find on the employment page on sandhillsexpress.com. The Nebraska Department of Transportation has an exceptional opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join their team in Oconto. At the Nebraska Department of Transportation, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. They provide training and career development. They've got great advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a real solid, comprehensive benefits package. To find out more and to apply, we direct you to this website, statejobs.nebraska.gov. An online state application must be completed to apply, so again, go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity, veterans preference employer. And we're so blessed to have the facility Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow. They believe that an active life is a nurturing experience, and at their facility, residents can thrive and live an active lifestyle. It's a wonderful care facility for those battling through Alzheimer's and dementia care. So check it out, Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow. To find out more about the services that they offer, please contact them at 872-6387. Again, a wonderful care facility for those battling through Alzheimer's and dementia. It's an assisted living care facility, and you can find out more by contacting Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow at 872-6387.
It's midnight. Banking time. Really? Well, yeah. I just got back from watching my son play the sport he loves 2.5 hours away. My family's asleep, and I have a little bit of quiet. Need to look at and sign our loan renewal? Done. Need to deposit a check? On it. Need to transfer some money to my daughter in college? Taken care of. Nebraska State Bank has the ability to make sure I can do my banking when it fits my schedule. So yeah, midnight is banking time. My banking time.
Nebraska State Bank, Broken Bow, Callaway, Myrna. Member FDIC.
Are you having foot pain that is slowing you down? Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. If you are suffering from plantar fasciitis, foot pain, ankle pain, let Team Physical Therapy know. Team Physical Therapists can also assess your running and walking to help you with your foot and ankle pain and keep you active. Call Team Physical Therapy and see what we can do to help relieve that nagging foot pain. 872-5111.
From indoor and outdoor to out in the field, Ansley Lumber and Supply has what you need for your projects. There's nothing stronger than LP Smart Side siding for your home, and Pella, Marvin, and North Star windows can increase efficiency greatly. They have them. Does your kitchen need a new look? Well, Ansley Lumber has several lines of cabinets to choose from, and they offer quartz and granite countertops. Benjamin Moore Paint can freshen up a look, plus they have metal for your buildings, plus creosote and copper posts. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
No, there ain't nothing like
The Get Up and Go
Breakfast Show.
Just want to let you know that I love the show.
I love what you guys are doing in the morning. It makes my day so much better.
KCNI KBBN Radio.
happening there today and through the rest of the month, so make sure you stay tuned. We'll have that coming up for you live here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Some other things that we want to make sure you're aware of. Here's another job opportunity available for you. Again, for more information, check out sandhillsexpress.com by going to the employment page. Our friends at RT Ace Hardware in Broken Bow looking for a part-time team member. Now, hours will vary and some weekends could be necessary. They have the best customers and best team members in a fast-paced, fun atmosphere. And they also have the possibility for a high school student to join their team that might want to work for, say, 4 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Could also include free periods and some weekends. So if interested, we encourage you to contact Crystal or Joe for more information and an application. You can reach out to them at 308-872-2449. That's 872-2449. Or you can email them by emailing bb@rtace.net. Hey, it's time to party this weekend with the group at Sly's. Yeah, Sylvester's getting ready for a great Friday night and then a big day on Saturday. Head to Sly's on Friday night for music from Whiskey Bent. It'll be from 9 until 1 the next morning. There's no cover charge. A great night of dancing and fun is free to attend, so come on out and enjoy the music of Whiskey Bent coming up on Friday night at Sylvester's in Broken Bow. Then you can rest up a little bit after dancing Friday night and then come back on Saturday evening and cheer on the Huskers. They always have the game on at Sylvester's. Kickoff is 6:30 for this weekend's game between Nebraska and Northern Iowa. They have you covered with a mountain oyster fee. Going to be serving those for the game, kicking off at 6:30 Saturday evening. And Freddie is also having first and third quarter happy hours with drink specials and munchies, as always. So enjoy the music of Whiskey Bent on Friday night, and then it's Husker football on Saturday night. It's all happening at the quiet little place. That rocks! There you go. Sylvester's in Broken Bow. It's going to be a great weekend. We'll step away for a quick timeout. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Central Nebraska's Sports Source presents live coverage of high school volleyball. Join us on Thursday night when the Broken Bow Lady Indians go on the road to take on North Platte St. Pat's. You'll be able to hear the match live on KBBN 95.3 FM and on the web at kbbn.com. The varsity match is scheduled for 7 o'clock Thursday evening. Live coverage of high school sports this year is being brought to you in part by the Nebraska State Bank, Grocery Cart, Arrow Seed, Team Physical Therapy, Mead Lumber, Custer Federal State Bank, Ron's Body and Paint, Trotter Service, Shelter Insurance, Agland ATV, Sargent Irrigation, Melham Medical Center, A to Z Lawn Pro, Geared for Sports, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, Gateway Motors, High Street Insurance and Financial Services, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Justin Thompson Agency. It's live coverage of high school volleyball, Broken Bow versus North Platte St. Pat's this Thursday on KBBN. It is 8:44. Dave has made his way to Varney Pharmacy in downtown Broken Bow, so let's find out what's going on. Good morning, Dave.
Brent, there's always something going on at Varney's.
Yes, there is.
Question for you.
Okay. Are you kind of sounding serious?
Yeah, it's kind of serious. Okay. You said you didn't watch volleyball last night?
That's correct.
Okay. Well, check out. Christy was on TV last night.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
Oh, she was at the game, huh?
She went down to the game, and somehow the camera was over in her area, and she was watching the game. She was very intense. She almost looked angry.
Uh-oh.
I think she was concerned.
Yeah, I bet she was. I bet she wanted to go out there and help him.
Well, she probably would have. They would have let her. She probably would have went out there. So what's going on today?
Well, I was going to talk a little bit about cleaning supplies.
Okay.
We have this great scrubber that everybody probably knows about, but if you don't, I'm going to inform you about it. More. It's one of the #1 sellers in our store because it cleans so well, and I thought maybe people are doing some fall cleaning.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And, it's called the Scrub Ease, And we've carried this for years. I know when I started working here, they were in the store, and I think I've been here 13 years, maybe 14.
Really?
A little while, yes.
Oh, wow.
And they feel real scratchy, but they do not scratch. And once you get them wet and use them more, they get softer and softer, and they do last. They last a long, long time. They're great in your bathroom, your kitchen, your outdoor tools. Say if you're wanting to get your garden tools put up, well, when you get done gardening, get them put up for the winter. These will clean your tools very well. And it'll take off any rust or your dirt or whatever, and to get them prepared to put them away for winter. Also, they work great on your, well, it says enameled cast iron cookware. Your root vegetables, these work great on your carrots and potatoes.
Oh, really?
To clean them. And like a lot of people, you don't always peel a carrot or and your potatoes, so it really cleans the dirt off really well. The bug deposits on your windshields, headlights, your tractors, they work amazing.
So I have to say, when I picked it up and felt it, it does feel like it would really do the cleaning jobs you're talking about, because it's got a really kind of a rough surface, but it does not scratch.
It does not scratch. I have even used it on my car to take off, on where the paint is, to take off some tar that was on there, and it did not scratch. I was amazed.
So is it necessary to have it wet?
Yes, you should have it wet.
Yeah, because you'd think maybe it would, but it does not. Okay. Boy, that's great man, talk about trying to get bugs off windshields.
Yes, and I tell you what, I do have guys come in and get these for their tractors.
Okay.
So it really cleans up good. And then, we got new colors in, which are fun colors. Every time we get these in, there are different like patterns and stuff, and these are really fun colors. There's almost like some southwestern ones, some bright cheery ones. Yeah, it's just fun.
Kind of southwestern look there. Yeah. All right, and they're just a nice size that you wouldn't have. A lot of times when you're using something to clean it, the rag is hanging down your arm and getting you wet. Right. These are just the right size.
They really are. And then you get them wet and you can fold them in half to make them smaller. Cleaning off your countertops or anything in your bathroom, they're great. And then another thing from this line, they're called More Joy. And what they are, and see, they feel stiff and hard, but once you get them wet, they become soft and they expand. A little bit thicker, not a lot, but they get very soft. And I had a lady in the other day that I was starting to talk to her about these, and she goes, "Oh, well, I thought those were prints that we should frame." She goes, "I'm so glad you told me about these."
I thought they were maybe part of Deb's card, card inventory.
Right. But they're washable, reusable, durable. They're eco-friendly. They're kind of on the order of like the old handy wipes, but way better. They last a lot longer, but after a while you throw them away and then they decompose very well. They're made of cotton and cellulose. Let's see, it says it lasts for several months. They replace paper towels, which are great. You get these wet and it just wipes up any spill. It just absorbs it really well. I really like of course I have all these products. That's why I'm really
of course you do.
talking about them, because I believe in them and they work. And they're pretty. So sometimes when you go to clean, for me anyway, if I have something pretty to look at, it makes it a little bit easier.
Well, to be able to use these in place of paper towels, we all use a lot of paper towels, but boy, to be able to use these, squeeze them back out, use them over again, because paper towels are really only good for one time.
Right.
I mean, if you squeeze the water out of them, they don't really work that good.
No, it's like you throw them away.
Once they're wet.
Right.
So these you can reuse. And what are they, like $7, $8?
Yep. $6.59.
Yeah.
And another thing, they can be used as washcloths. They're soft. Really? They'll remove your makeup well. And I I have one that has like doggy prints on it, so I know that one is for my dog.
Good idea.
I clean her when she has a bath. I clean her ears out with that and her face, and it's soft. It really is soft when it gets wet. And one more product from this company is called Ease Shine, and it's a simple little cloth that you have to be careful not to throw it away because you use it over and over and over. And it's one of the best cloths I have ever used on windows and mirrors. It leaves no lint. You use no cleaner with it. You just get it wet and wash your windows.
No,
it does not streak. It's amazing. And it's just a little, I mean, I don't know how big it is. It's a pretty good size. It's folded up in here, Dave.
Okay, so it does expand here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's lint-free, streak-free, but you don't use any Windex or anything like that. It's
nope.
just...
You simply wet the cloth, wring it out, and wipe.
Gosh.
And it dries streak-free. I love it. And it's inexpensive, too, for one of these cloths. I mean, I know there's another line that's very expensive. This is $6.59 as well.
Okay.
And then the scrubbies also have like a sponge. We were talking earlier when we first started out with the scrubber. Mm-hmm. It's a flat scrub thing where they also have one that has the scrubby part but a sponge inside of it, if you prefer something like this to work with.
We're great in the shower.
Yes, this will clean the shower really well. And both of them, like, I like using... I think I like using this one better, like in my reusable coffee, the insulated coffee cups, because I can get clear down in the bottom and have a little bit of the corner stay harder to get around in there. So
I'm glad you brought that up. I highlighted it this morning, didn't get a chance to talk about it, but there are a lot of people now who drink water more than ever before, which is good.
Yes.
But there was an article I had highlighted this morning that said people tend to, like if you use those metal,
yes,
a lot of people have the metal ones that they put water in, maybe ice, and use it through the day.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little negligent on cleaning them.
Yes.
And they said the actual bacteria and germs and everything, if you don't clean that, you think, well, I had water in it, it's okay. Right. But it really needs cleaned on a daily basis. Any of these would work great for that.
Any of these would work great. And you're right, Dave. I'm glad you brought that up because that is important to clean that every day. And if you use a straw, if you have the reusable straw, make sure you wash that every day. Every time your lips touch that, you have a chance of spreading a germ, catching a germ.
Yeah.
Just if you drank out of a drinking cup, I would think you would wash that every day or throw it in the dishwasher. So try to be mindful of that. That's a good idea, Dave.
And these products would work great for that, especially this one here.
They do. They work really well.
Okay. Well, all right.
Well, I'm going to walk over,
This is right here in the store. Easy to find.
I have two displays. Yesterday I set up a display when you come in the south door because I thought, well, we'll be talking about it today, and then when people walk in, they can see it right there.
Okay, very good. So a couple different locations.
And then this is something we've carried for a while. They're a shower balm. And, after you've cleaned all day, maybe you want to get in the shower and get this aromatherapy balm, throw it in there, and it just makes you feel better. We have 4 different kinds here today.
Okay, let's look this over here. And
it's called Renew.
Renew.
Okay, this is what it says to do. Place 1 shower balm on the floor of your shower out of the direct spray of the water, but in a spot that it can get just lightly sprinkled on. Mm-hmm. And this will begin to fizz a little, and it releases the aromatic essential oils into the steamy air of your shower. Then breathe deeply and enjoy your amazing mood-enhancing shower balm.
Wow. Sounds nice, and also because of all of the things we're going through right now with particles in the air, that would really help.
They're really nice, and not only that, I use them. I love them. They will spread throughout the house. The scent does, and this is one of my favorites and one of our customer favorites. It's called Headache and Sinus, and it's peppermint, eucalyptus, and menthol.
Okay.
And it just clears your sinuses so well, and if you do put it towards the back of your shower so it just gets a little bit of water on it, you can make it last for 2 to 3 showers.
Okay.
So, but otherwise, if the water's hitting it hard, you'll just it'll disappear after 1 shower.
Now, for those of you who have an older shower, and how do I want to put this? When you use a shower and use soap and you're doing all the good things, you maybe even clean the shower or clean yourself.
Yes.
There's a kind of a soapy smell that kind of hangs in the air for a while afterwards. Kind of a wet, soapy, especially I think on the older showers. That would really be
It would
nice.
help. It would.
Yeah.
It would. So I'll talk about what we have. Like I mentioned, the headache and sinus. And then the one that you picked up is called Renew, and it's peppermint and lemongrass. And then we have one that's called Seasonal Defense, and that's lavender, peppermint, and lemon oils. And then Uplifting, and that's orange, clove, and grapefruit. And they all smell wonderful in the shower. Of course, I've tried them all. Well, I do that because I buy them for the store and for customers, and I want to make sure they're good. So, and I need to stock up.
Well, these are great. And the price you have on these are $2.99 each, right?
That's correct. And you know what? They make a great little gift. Like, say, even if you just want to cheer up somebody and hand them one of these sometime during the day, it's a great gift. Also sitting on the table where the shower bombs are, I have 2 tester hand soaps that I want people's feedback on them. They're a glycerin hand soap, which some people like and some people don't. It leaves kind of a silky, slick feel on your skin, so I didn't know if it would be something we should carry or not. So,
well, that's a good idea to do it this way. Have them give them their opinion on it, what they like or don't like. All right. Well, I cannot believe it. How much do you have on the list left? Because we're about 3 minutes away from the top of the hour.
We are. Let's just turn around behind us. I have some wall art that's beautiful. I love it. There's some with words. There's some just prints. They're handmade out of Iowa. I've been very happy with the company, and one of the newest ones that we got in is the state of Nebraska. And in the background, it's the rolling foothills or sand hills. And then there's a windmill with your fence. It's really pretty.
It is.
Most people that walk in just stop and go over and look at it.
And it looks like it's, a side of a wood building.
Yes, it looks like slap board, but it's not. It's smooth, so it's easier to clean and dust, which women think about, or I do. This one thinks about it. I'm in the cleaning mode. Can you tell, Dave?
You are in the cleaning mode, but it is fall and good time to kind of spruce up before we get into the next season, the one we don't really want to talk about.
No.
Fall's great.
Right.
But these cleaning supplies are super good and super good prices, Julie.
They are. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Man, I thought we spent a lot of time over at that first display, but there's a lot of good things there.
There are. Yes, and if you want to know more when you come in the store, I'll sure fill you in.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. I don't think I have any other questions, so I guess we're done.
Okay.
Seemed like it went by fast.
It did go by fast.
Wow. Well, I can come back if you want me to.
Okay, when?
Okay.
Next month?
Whenever you want me to come back.
Okay.
By the way, let's talk hours this time of the year.
We are open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30. On Saturday, we're open from 8:30 until 12:30. The drive-through is closed on Saturday. And I'm iffy on the drive-through hours during the week. I believe it's closed from noon until 2, and it just depends on who we have for employees here.
Well, most of everybody has a phone these days, so if the drive-through happens to be not open when you come here, I know you talked about if they call and you have the script ready, you'll get it to them, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We will bring it out to their car for them.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dave.
All right. That concludes our visit this month at Varney's.
All right, Dave, Julie, thank you very much. And we encourage you to head on down to Varney Pharmacy and see what they have to offer you. It is 9 o'clock. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Former President Donald Trump and Vice President Harris hold their first and perhaps only debate ahead of the November election on ABC.
This was my best debate. I thought it was very good.
I think that we think today was a good day, and it kind of was.
UVA political analyst Larry Sabato.
She gained her composure, I would say, just a couple of minutes in. And she was unrelenting.
Mr. Trump has just claimed on Fox it was rigged against him. 23 years later, visitors from around the world are gathering for 9/11 remembrances, these two in Lower Manhattan.
It's really emotional to be here, actually. And
just kind of throws you back to the day it happened.
Forecasters say Hurricane Francine could power up to a Category 2 storm with up to 110-mile-an-hour winds before it makes landfall in Louisiana today. This woman lives in East Baton Rouge Parish.
I wasn't really taking it serious until now. I see it's really real.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
O'Reilly. Don't miss out on summer brake deals at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get 15% off a set of Brake Best Select, Select Pro, or Import Direct brake pads and 2 rotors. Restore quality braking and improve stopping performance with parts and advice from the professional parts people. Save money now when you visit O'Reilly Auto Parts or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Timmy, everybody. Great job. Next up for our 5th grade class recital, we have Samantha.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge Motor Oil gives your engine 10 times better high-stress performance. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance. Now through December 28th, Castrol Edge and Edge High Mileage Motor Oil are on rollback at Walmart.
Claim based on sequence dyne test under high-load conditions versus API SP test limits.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Nick Cope.
Tuesday in baseball, the Braves dominated the Nationals 12-0. Michael Harris Jr. homered twice. Mets lost to the Blue Jays 6-2, so Atlanta's back even with New York for the final NL wildcard spot. Cubs are trying to keep their wild card hopes alive. They beat the Dodgers 6-3. Chicago now 4 games back of the Braves and the Mets. Padres got a 7-4 win against the Mariners, putting San Diego 4.5 back of LA in the race for the NL West crown. Royals shut out the Yankees 5-0. Seth Lugo tossed 7 scoreless as he picked up his major league leading 16th win of the year. Orioles got a pair of homers from Cedric Mullins and beat the Red Sox 5-3. Baltimore back within half a game of New York atop the AL East. And the White Sox lost to the Guardians 8-0 for their 113th loss of the season. Chicago is 8 losses away from setting a new single-season record.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. 86 today, under mainly sunny skies, south winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, lows dip down to about 59. Mainly sunny skies. Tomorrow, high temperatures reach up to 83. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times and dry Friday and Saturday with highs in the low 80s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
And at our studios currently, 65 degrees with sunny skies. Winds are fairly light out of the east-southeast this morning with the barometer at 29.94 and the humidity 63%. As we continue on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show, we're joined in the studio now by our friends from Custer Care Center. Hello. Tiffany is here. I see her.
Yes.
And Jeanette is here.
Yes.
Hi there. Good to see you both.
Good morning.
Good to have you here. What's going on at Custer Care Center? I assume there's plenty.
A lot of noise.
A lot of noise. Well, yeah,
well,
we've got
not so
a.
much because we're doing the remodeling,
yeah.
So there's a lot of noise.
I was going to say we need to clarify, not necessarily noise from those who are working and those who are living at Custer Care Center, but how is the expansion and everything going?
It's coming along really well. But we're kind of on a hold now for some water sprinklers. There's always a little hold somewhere. But things are looking good. So
Good.
I still have hopes of opening up someday.
Well, good. Well, it's really exciting to think about the finished product.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, good.
Yeah. So we're glad they're there and working and making the noise.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that noise has to happen to get to the finished product.
Right.
So that's a good thing. Let's say, I know that tomorrow, downtown Broken Bow, on the square, it's going to be health care on the square. And so we were talking before we came on the air. You guys are going to be a part of that, right?
Yep. We will be there tomorrow from 10 to 4 down at the square. And we will be available to visit about adult day service, assisted living, home cares, transportation. Stop by the booth and talk to us.
All right. Sounds good. And refresh my memory on the hours. For when are you guys planning to be
10
there?
to 4.
From 10 to 4. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Sounds good. So we'll encourage people to swing on down to the square and visit with you guys and take advantage of health care on the square. Let's go to the transportation. I'm sure that it is hopping as usual.
Yes. Yeah. We were trying to get some clients out, and trying to get a car that's available is difficult. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know, well, I call it a fleet now.
It is a fleet.
Because, of course, we remember when this very first started and remembered getting the first vehicle. And now the transportation service has just blossomed to the point where you have to have a fleet.
Yes,
right?
that's for sure.
Yeah.
And I think we have 8 drivers now. And 13 cars, I think.
Yeah. and I'm sure that there are days when every driver's busy and every car is on the road.
Yes.
Right.
There's even days that Peggy takes transports.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
They are busy, that is for sure. They go all over the state.
So if and again, this is to get you to a medical appointment.
Correct.
And I know that you guys travel some good distances to get people to where they need to go.
Yes. They travel pretty much the whole state.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions about that, I assume Peggy is the one to contact regarding transportation.
Yep. Just call Peggy at 872-6303 and she'll get transportation set up for you.
Yeah. I want to take some time and talk about your adult day services because sometimes we get talking about in-home care, which is great, and transportation, and we forget, I think, kind of what Custer Care was built on to begin with, Jeanette, right? And that's the adult day services.
Yes. And when we get the addition done, then we would be able to license for adult day services again. So, but it's still my first love. I just think it's the ideal thing to do. So people can come in and stay for the day and then go home at night, or they can come in the evening if somebody's got a meeting or something and they need a place for the person to stay. Adult daycare is anything under 24 hours. So, we're available, and it's probably one of the least expensive. It's just $10 an hour to come in for adult day service. That's the least expensive service we offer.
Yeah.
So,
the thing I like about it, we've talked about this in the past, but it's not like it's only 8 to 5. It's whenever they need to stay during the day.
Right.
And you guys would know this better than me, but I'm sure that for myself anyway, and I'm sure many listening, I think we would be surprised at how many people are serving as a caregiver for a friend or a family member. And let's face it, sometimes they need a break, or they need to go take care of some of their own things, but they need to find a place for that person they're taking care of to stay, and that's where you guys come in.
Yeah. And, they get to take part in all the activities. They can have meals and snacks and all of that kind of thing. Or,
a bath?
Or people can come
Or
and
they
get
can have a bath while they're there, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
If they need medication while they're there, we can give that to them, too.
Good.
So we do, I I just think there's probably a lot of people out there that could benefit from it that have not been using it. So, and we do have some funds available too for respite care for that. So, if you can't afford it, and talk to me, and we have some funds that are available for that we're given especially for that. So,
well, great.
Yeah. So.
Let's see, the in-home care, I know that has become a big part of what Custer Care does now, and that's where you go in and just, assist people in their home. Maybe they can't get up and move around quite like they used to, and even just making the bed is not as easy as it used to be, and just those little things around the home is what you guys go in and help them out with, right?
Yeah, we can help with meal preparation. Sometimes they make meals and put in the freezers for people. We do light housekeeping and remind them to take their medication. Sometimes people forget that part.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, just, whatever they need, they're in charge.
Yeah. You mentioned meal preparation. How would someone like me be able to take advantage of this? Would some of you come in and make preparation of meals for me? That would be really great.
We can. Yes, we will.
Tiffany's over there going, we're going to charge you, Apperson.
Well, when your daughter comes to visit,
yeah, that's what I needed. I need to talk to Aubrey and say, hey,
yes.
How about some practice at home? Yes.
Yes.
You have a great staff, and I know your staff cares about the people that they take care of, and that's what makes you a family at Custer Care, right?
People really come and they stay for a long period of time.
They do.
Yeah.
That's the best part, I think. So,
that's good.
Yeah.
Anything, we've touched on different aspects of Custer Care Center. Is there anything coming up or anything that you guys wanted to address that we haven't talked about yet?
Well, we're going to next week do take them bowling, we think.
Oh, take them bowling. Oh, that sounds like fun.
I'm hoping that works really well.
Yeah.
So, we have to call and find out when we can go, but we're going to try that again.
Oh, good.
I just remember years ago, I took people bowling, and I went to pick up this one guy. He fell down, and I said, well, I'm going to have to take you to the doctor. Well, he had broken his leg, but he said, I can't put a cast on today because I have to go bowling. So, at that point, he didn't get to go bowling, but he really wanted to. So, and he didn't fall down at the bowling alley. He was just coming out of his house. So,
oh, man.
So
that's too bad.
Oh, he was so disappointed. So, So,
well, those are just some of the things that you allow your residents and others to take advantage of at Custer Care. You just don't sit in a chair at Custer Care Center.
No, that's for sure.
We went to Callaway last week for lunch.
Yeah.
So just whatever.
Good.
Whatever we can do to get people out.
There you go. Well, we encourage those of you listening to come out to the square tomorrow.
Yes.
Custer Care Center will be there for health care on the square 10 to 4.
10 to 4, correct. Okay. Yep.
All right.
And we'll be available to visit about adult day service, assisted living, transportation, and home cares.
All right. Sounds fantastic. Ladies, thank you for coming in. All right.
Thank you.
Custer Care Center, our guest on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. 19 minutes past the hour of 9. Dave is back in the studio. Hello.
Hello, Brent.
Dave's in my chair. I'm in Dave's chair. It's odd.
It's very odd.
Hey, something that is not odd, and that is the fact that you like pizza. Everybody likes pizza. And so we've got Amanda on the line with us now to talk about what's happening at the Pizza Hut in Broken Bow. Amanda, hi. How are you?
I'm wonderful, guys. How are you today?
Hey, we're doing fantastic here. Let's see. Football season is upon us, and I know there are many out there like I who, when the game comes on, I don't want to worry about cooking. I don't want to cook my own food. I just want to make a phone call. And I do that to Pizza Hut in Broken Bow. And I'm sure you guys maybe have been a little busy here recently. Am I right on that?
We have.
So tell us what's going on at Pizza Hut. Let's start with some specials. Are there anything special going on that you want to make sure people are aware of that they can take advantage of?
Well, we have the Big New Yorker, which is a 16-inch pizza. It's cut into 6 big slices. You can get a one topping for $14.99, and you can even come in and watch the game on TV and eat a pizza with your friends and family. We always have the Hut Box that comes with a personal pan and a side, or a pizza melt with a side. We have large one toppings for $12.49.
All right. You mentioned come in and watch the game, and I think that's something I forget. You guys, not too long ago, added televisions to the dine-in area there in Broken Bow, correct?
Mm-hmm. That is correct. We have 3 TVs that will always have the Husker games or other college football games. If you're not a Husker fan, you can watch a different college game.
Well, I love the idea of that, Amanda, but here's the problem with me. I'm kind of I'm one of those rabid fans. And when things don't go well, I like to throw things. And I wouldn't want to throw a piece of pizza and make a mess.
Right.
So.
They might want you to clean that up.
Okay. As long as we clean up after ourselves, we're okay.
Absolutely.
Hey, Amanda, put it on C-SPAN. He won't throw anything around.
Yeah, true. Yeah, just change the channel. And that'd probably be good for everybody sometimes. Let's see. Other things happening at the Pizza Hut. Let's talk about employment, Amanda. How are you sitting team member-wise?
Well, we currently have hired a new general manager. She comes from California. Her name is Lori. She's starting her 2nd week. She is currently looking for some daytime delivery drivers so that you don't have to leave your house on a Saturday football game. And she's looking for some servers as well.
All right, fantastic. And as far as applying, I know a lot of places now kind of encourage you to go to a website or do it online to get started. How's the best way to apply for Pizza Hut in Broken Bow?
For Pizza Hut, you need to go to hutjobs.com and then choose Broken Bow, Nebraska. Don't get it confused with Broken Bow, Oklahoma. But pick Broken Bow, Nebraska, and it will show a current list of what she is hiring for. You just fill out the application. It sends an email straight to the store that we have a new application. We can log in and take a look at it and call for interviews.
All right. Sounds good. Amanda, can you talk a little bit about the Hut Rewards? I know a lot of places, food places especially, kind of have the rewards program. Pizza Hut has something, don't they, for rewards?
Do.
Okay.
We have Hut Rewards. You get 2 points for every $1 that you spend. You can use the points for boneless wings, breadsticks, cheese sticks, Cinnabon mini rolls, medium pizzas, and large pizzas.
All right.
And it does not take long at all to build up the points. And then one night when you're like, I don't want to cook, but I don't have a lot of money to go out, you can use those points and you can get a whole meal. You can get wings, and breadsticks, and a pizza.
All right. Fantastic. Let's see. Anything on the menu that we haven't talked about that you want to touch on, or anything that we haven't visited with you about yet that you want our listeners to know about?
I don't think so. I don't think we have anything new on the menu yet, but I encourage everybody to come in and dine in. And if you mention that you heard it on the radio, Lori will be glad to give you 30% off all your dine-in visits.
Wow.
30%?
30% off. I love it. All right, Dave, what are you doing for lunch today?
Well, I'm going to go to the Pizza Hut and say I heard it on the radio.
We heard it on the radio. Exactly.
Right.
All right. Hey, Amanda, thank you very much for taking time to visit with us. And we'll encourage everybody to take advantage of the specials going on at the Pizza Hut. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
All right.
Bye, Amanda.
Bye.
All right, 25 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock. Brent and Dave with you here in the studio. One thing that we have left to do is give you an opportunity to get registered for our $75 weekly cash drawing that we have been doing for several weeks now, all in celebration of KCNI Radio celebrating its 75th anniversary. But before we give you an opportunity to get registered here for a few minutes, just a reminder, we're going to have a party.
We're
pretty
party.
excited about this. I love parties.
Party all
I just
day.
love them, as long as I don't have to host them. And
Yeah.
and Runza is going to help us as far as hosting it. And if you missed, we actually visited with Brian Palmer of the Runza here in Broken Bow. And Brian came up with this idea along with Dave and KCNI Radio and Runza working together on September 25th. I've got the day right, correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Okay, September 25th. Going to give you an opportunity to come out and get a certificate for a pig in a blanket meal. You'll get a pig in a blanket, which they serve on Wednesdays at Runza, as well as a medium drink and fry. And it's to the first 75 individuals.
Correct.
Okay.
And you need to make that, we'll give you a certificate or a little card, but you'll need to use it right then and there.
Okay. All
So
right.
it won't be something you can bring back later. So
All right.
if you come through and we hand you a little coupon, then you can get that meal right then and there. But that is the only time that will work.
All right. Sounds good. And we're going to be broadcasting live, I think,
We are.
throughout the day.
We'll be there through the noon hour. We won't be giving any certificates away until 3:30, but we'll be there handing out T-shirts and coffee cups and visiting with people and having some fun. And it's going to be a good time. And, you can come inside or outside, doesn't matter. We'll visit with you if you like on the radio or just visit with you. We want to take this chance to thank as many people as we can face-to-face for supporting KCNI for as long as you have. I mean, there's people out there that have been listening to KCNI almost since it went on the air in some cases. So, and then some who moved here from other locations and started listening to KCNI, and we've just made a lot of friends over the years. And I don't know of any other business that had any more support than we have from our communities. And I'm speaking of all of our communities. And it's just been great. And so why not celebrate?
Absolutely. And another way we've been celebrating the upcoming 75th anniversary is the $75 weekly cash drawings. And we still have a couple of more left to do. So we're going to give you an opportunity to get registered for that right now. We'll open up the text line. So text your first and last name to this number, 870-0333. That's text only, 870-0333. Text your first and last name during this song, and we'll get you registered to win. on, Dave Burney.
What a pair of great music men.
Yes, indeed. J.J. Cale and Eric Clapton together to kind of close out the show. The text line is now closed, though, so thanks for texting, everybody, those of you who did during the duration of that tune. We will get you all registered to win in our $75 weekly cash drawing that we will be doing on Friday morning during the Get Up and Go breakfast show. And then, of course, we will gather all of our weekly winners that we've had during this promotion, and everybody who has won one of our weekly prizes, those will be entered into our grand prize drawing, where you could win up to $750 in cash or a brand new, beautiful, and big Weber grill from RTA's Hardware.
It is nice.
It is very nice. So we'll be drawing for the grand prizes on the 27th of September, so be listening then. Speaking of our registration during our giveaway promotion, do want to say thanks to RTA's Hardware, also Dairy Queen, Lions Appliance, Palmer Monument, Gateway Motors, BD, Grocery Cart, Nebraska State Bank, Melham Medical Center, Sandhills Custom Creations, and A1 Auto in Arnold for helping us with our registrations during this special promotion. I think we're done.
Can I ask you a favor?
Sure. Yeah.
If you know you're going to be switching chairs with me,
yes,
ahead of time,
yeah,
would you wear man socks?
What? You don't like? No, these are. It's hot outside, and so these are what they call no-shows. You don't like my no-show socks?
Right, special. But they're hard to look at from here.
Well, I know, but I'm not necessarily like you and, want the socks that go up to above my kneecap.
Well, but you don't have to look at my ankles that way.
That's
from here,
true.
I'm seeing a lot of ankles.
I think I have very nice ankles.
Well, they're small, I'll say that.
Hey, before we go, there is one thing I do want to let people know about. Yesterday, our friend Lance Bristol came in.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the opportunity to visit with Lance. And Lance was in yesterday to talk about the startup of the Custer County Choir for the Christmas Cantata, which is coming up. They're going to actually start practice on September 18th.
Gosh.
So a week from today. And he was out talking about the choir and basically encouraging people to join. So we will visit with Lance, and we'll air that, or we did visit with Lance, and we'll air that back for you during Public Affairs today on KCNI Radio at around 10:05. You can hear it. So please tune in and listen to our visit with Mr. Bristol as we talk about the Custer County Choir and give you all of the details on how you can get involved.
And I'd like to ask a favor, a second favor.
Sure.
If we can find time, I'd like to air your Public Affairs that you had with Liz Babcock about the food drive for the kids.
Yeah, well,
I thought that was really good. I listened to it on KCNI in the car, and if we find time here on the breakfast show, I think it'd be fun to have that on the breakfast show.
Yeah, we'll check. When Liz was in and we did that interview, she was actually talking about coming in live on the breakfast show to talk about it in another week or so, just to remind people as to what's going on. But yeah, it's a great program, and we can tell you that KCNI KBBN Radio is signed up as one of the collection sites for the Custer County Food for Youth program. So if you would like to make a donation to the program, you can bring your food items for donation out here to KCNI KBBN Radio, and we'll get them to where they need to go.
And I think in your interview, it was talked about you can just make a monetary donation through the Custer County Foundation, and I think we'll do. I think we'll be a collection point and make a monetary donation, because that gives them a little flexibility to fill in some areas where they maybe need to, as far as food and so forth goes. So we want to do that, and I would urge anybody out there, if you have a little extra. We should not have kids in Custer County going to school that are hungry.
Or coming home.
Yes,
from
exactly.
School and don't have anything to eat.
Right, because the school will take care of them when they get there. But like you say, when after school. You remember how hungry you were when you got out of school?
I still remember it to this day. What's the first question you would ask when you walked in the door coming home from school? Mom, is there anything to eat?
Yeah. You're hungry when you're that age.
Yes, you are. Yep. Please donate and help out with the Custer County Food for Youth program and challenge. All right, that's going to wrap it up for the show today. Thanks for listening, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll be back on the air with you tomorrow for the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.